Texas isn't the only place with a feral hog epidemic. The manuka-covered mountainsides and fertile farmlands of New Zealand are overrun with feral hogs. These islands of the South Pacific were first discovered by Abel Tasman in 1642. Tasman named this new discovery Staten Land. Captain James Cook charted New Zealand in the late 18th century and claimed the land for England, and settlement soon followed. Because the islands of New Zealand were formed in the middle of the sea by volcanic eruptions, New Zealand has no indigenous mammals. So as ships brought the English settlers, they brought livestock including sheep, cattle, red deer, and domesticated hogs. As animals wandered into the hills, there were no natural predators, and soon these animals expanded into wild populations.
We're hare hunting on Takakuri Station in the far north of New Zealand.
It's a 1,600 hectare property with sheep and beef, 3,500 ewes that we lamb.
New Zealand is kind of an agricultural nation in the sense that there's a lot of sheep ranching there, there's a lot of farms, and the sheep ranches are called stations. And my pal Simon Bullivant and I were hunting hogs on one of these sheep stations. Now they're pests, you can shoot as many as you can, and it's basically the same thing as hunting hogs in Texas, except for you don't have all the sticker bushes.
All the wild mammals in New Zealand are all introduced. Species like the pig were actually brought here by Captain Cook himself, and a certain species of pig that are here we actually call Captain Cookers. Because of that early release, they have spread everywhere, all over New Zealand.
Well, Simon and I are working this ridge, and we've come across a dead lamb. It's lambing season here in New Zealand, and as these sheep drop these lambs, these wild boars and sows are all on top of it. These hogs are after the afterbirth, they're after the baby lambs, and that's why we get opportunities to hunt some of these concessions and these big sheep ranches.
Here's a boar track here. You can tell it's a boar because of the dew claws. The male pig walks a little bit more on his heels instead of the females, which walk on their tippy toes, a bit like Miss Piggy. Probably a 60 or 70 pound pig, not a monster, but certainly something that we'd like to find.
Farmers, like on the station that we're at here, they actually get hunters in to help control the numbers at this time. Our job's to try and reduce the number of pigs that are coming out onto the farms and to try and keep them away from the newborn lambs. In these places where the hills aren't mountainous, the wind swirls a lot and it takes a lot of planning, and you have to give good strategies to give yourselves good opportunities on these pigs.
Covered in blood, tip to tip. Excellent pig, excellent pig. Great shot, great hypodermic. Didn't go anywhere. Great fun, great times.
After I videotaped Simon's hunt, it was my turn to stalk. We had spotted a ewe and new lamb on the hillside, and several hogs were nearby. The boar was easy to spot because he was covered in mud. There was a black female with him, and she really helped us out, as I was able to follow her back trail, and she led us straight into shooting range on the boar.
Good hit. We shot the boar, the muddy one. That's pretty exciting when you can get on these hillsides. We had these hogs molesting this sheep. They just wouldn't leave her alone, and when we got over here, you could hear the ewe just making noises and making noises, trying to get these hogs to leave. We slip around here, get in position. I'm sure he didn't go far. Let's go find him. Look at that two-blade rage extreme. Blood soaked all the way gave him 30 minutes and it's already gotten dark on us, so we started following the blood trail. You can see right here, there's just a huge amount of blood. He went down in this creek and he's following this creek. Let's just see if we can follow the blood. You can see blood there, blood here. There he is right there. He didn't go 100 yards. New Zealand wild boar. Check him out. Look at this. Look at that hog. 12-yard shot, shot him just behind the front shoulder right here. He had mud all over him. He runs 100 yards down into this creek and just gets soaked in the wet grass. We've had quite a bit of rain. But look at that wild boar. I'll tell you what, it's fun when you can do spot and stalk on these animals because it's real hunting. You see them in a distance, you get the wind right, you move in on them, and hopefully everything goes your way. My thanks to my special Kiwi bow hunting pal Simon Bullivant. What a fantastic hunt. I just love bow hunting, and this is why.